Here is our high tunnels that are 28 feet wide by 410 feet long. Let's go have a look-see and see what's inside. Just put them up yesterday. It's our second year having high tunnels. And here we go. Here's the inside here. Last year we had peppers all growing right where you see here. Here's our strawberries in the high tunnels, which did extremely well last year. As you can see, they're starting to come out of dormancy slowly. Not too many winter kill last year. The biggest problem we had were the deer, which were coming through. I don't know if you can see, coming through the forest all back in there. We got an apple orchard and they really like the apples, and apparently the strawberries too. They ate all it off, and as you can see, the plastic's quite damaged. We're going to try to get at least one more year out of it anyway. The weeds might be a big problem though, since there's so many holes in the plastic. We generally do 5 raised beds in here, but of course last year, it being our first year, we didn't know how to work the bed former quite that well, and we messed up and we couldn't fit 5 in here. But the beds are 32 inches, I believe, wide. Here's for the middle, we put the landscaping tarping, which isn't too bad, about $65 for 300-foot rolls. So we use about 1.5 or so for the whole tunnel. And last year, what we need to do still are, so you can see right there, one of the runners came out and rooted, so we're gonna dig all those ones out and plant them where there was some winter kill in there. All the empty spots, maybe some spots where the deer ripped the plastic as well. There's some deer manure. There we go. Might help a little bit. But moving over here, there's some blackberries that we have in the tunnels, but we might pull them out and replace them with thornless variety instead, since so you can see on here the thorns are pretty vicious. Not very nice to pick. Here's some strawberries that we planted in the fall, only about, I don't know, a few weeks before, maybe a month before we pulled the tunnels back for the fall. And as you can see here, here's some raspberries that are starting to come up. They should do very well in here. Need to build a trellis system yet for these. Over here, just this morning, I went and got some goat and horse manure it's been sitting for about 4 or 5 years. So as you can see, it's very well decomposed. Nice compost for the high tunnels. It's always good to have some manure or compost to bring back some of the organic matter that you used up in the tunnels the year before. Last year there was tomatoes in this high tunnel, and this year we're going to put peppers in here. Obviously crop rotation. And this one here, there was peppers in this one last year. Here's some of the plants that are pulled out. And here's some more manure and stuff as well. It's pretty wet out, so it's kind of tough to all the way go through. That's why it's only done part way here, as you can see. I guess we'll see the difference between compost and no compost this year. This half of the tunnel and between that half in the tunnel. Had a lot of problems putting this last tunnel up last year because of the wind and everything. Unfortunately we had some rips in the plastic. So you can see there, it gets a lot worse at the back. And just this morning we were digging out a nice trench back here to put a nice tile in. Get rid of some of all this sitting water here. Last year we went too close to the forest when we built these high tunnels, and need to take out some stumps and stuff and go into the forest a little bit more to make some room back here so we can turn around with the bed former and stuff. As you can see, we got a nice 6-inch tile all the way to the river over there, all the way down there. Show you where this all leads into. As you can see here, got a nice full stream this year. Plan is to build a pond nice in here to irrigate the high tunnels, maybe next year or so. Go over here, and the strawberries that we're growing in the high tunnels are an ever-bearing variety called Monterey. Actually, this one bed here, if you can see, this one bed is Albion, but somebody else we know has high tunnels as well, and they have Albion, but I don't know, in comparison to the Monterey, found Albion to be a lot less of quality, we'll say. The Monterey seemed to have a lot bigger and bigger berry and better tasting, and the shelf life was a lot better, as well as the firmness. Overall, the Monterey are definitely the better variety. They're a newer variety that they've been pushing ever since ever-bearing strawberries have been getting more and more popular. We're gonna run the tile all the way part way into the tunnel anyway. Most of the other parts all been tiled, but the back quarter of this tunnel and the other tunnels are smaller. They're already tiled. The other 3/4, just the back. The back quarter is not tiled yet. Plant some more peppers, and maybe lettuce does extremely well in the high tunnels, as well as we put it in here in that far tunnel there last year, and they did very well. But the problem with lettuce and stuff is it's not very doesn't make you a lot of money, where strawberries are a lot more high value crop. There's the least amount of work with peppers in high tunnels, but next to that would be strawberries, and then probably raspberries, then blackberries, and the most labor intensive is the tomatoes, since you have to put a trellis system up and you gotta take off the suckers that are growing on the tomatoes as well.